Hi, this is Preston Smith. Well, I'm in Warsaw, Poland, but it turns out tomorrow I have to go to Paris on a business trip. I didn't expect that one. In fact, I don't even know when my flights are, what the options are. That's okay. In my telephone, in the World Traveler platform, there's a plugin called Flight Assistant. It's going to tell me when I can go, how I'm going to get there, what my connections are. So let's check it out. Now, those of you who travel all the time may feel that we have entered the season of uncertainty. Certainly it's been a tough year for travelers in Europe. We had the Icelandic volcano, we had strikes. Even as I speak, we have more strikes on the way. But the fact is, you have to be flexible. You have to be ready to change your schedule. You have to be able to get where you want to go as fast as you can and hopefully stress-free. The great thing is Psiloc World Traveler, and specifically a plugin in World Traveler called Flight Assistant, makes this simple. Now what we're looking at here is a Nokia N97 mini telephone. Cool phone. You see that I have World Traveler installed. What we want to do today is go in a little deeper. Let's take a look at the Flight Assistant plugin and see what it can do for you. Now we're in the World Traveler platform. Now what we want to do is go to the Flight Assistant plugin. The plugin you see now, this is the world map, but that's okay. Across the bottom we have these icons. These are your plugins. What I want to do is go to Flight Assistant, which is the little plane. So I'll pop on that, and you see now we're actually in Flight Assistant. Now I've decided I want to go through Paris to Washington, D.C. I'm in Warsaw, Poland right now. I want to go to Washington, D.C. and find out what flights are available. So I need to conduct a new search. If I hit the new search button, then I come up with these panels. These information panels. I can either search by location or I can search by the flight number. I don't know the flight number. I would use that if maybe I was waiting for someone. I could type that flight number in and find out what's going on with it. But for now, I want to go to Washington, D.C., so I'm going to hit the location. Now I've already done this search once, so I cheated a little bit, so the information's already there. I want to fly out on the 27th. The departures from Warsaw, actually the phone knows where I am, so I didn't have to put that in. The arrival, or in this case the destination, that's Washington, D.C. Just for funsies, why don't we hit on that? Oops, hit on that again. If I wanted to go to another city, I could plug that information in now. So I have the airport code. I never know the airport codes, but that's great. This is made for simple people like me. I've got the country, I've got the city, I've got the airport. Let's say I wanted to go to another city. I didn't want to go to Washington, D.C., but I wanted to go somewhere else. It would come up, when I hit that city slot, it comes up with an alphabetical listing of cities in the United States. I can scroll through these. I can even just type in the first letter, and then it will skip to that section, make it a little faster. I'm okay with Washington, D.C., however, so I'm going to hit Select. And I'm back to this panel. I have that information in. That's okay with me. So I'm going to hit Done. Now I hit Done. I've got it all ready to hit Search, and now I will find out what available flights are available for the 27th. Now it's searching, World Traveler is searching all these available flights, everything that's out there that I could take. And the great thing is about this is that I don't have to run for information, find an internet cafe, pull out my laptop. That's not always very convenient. Instead, I've got it all on my phone. Now, look what happened. I'm kind of surprised there are no direct flights on the 27th from Warsaw to Washington, D.C., but we have a lot of indirect flights. We have 51 indirect flights. You can see that there. And all that information is in our phone. I can scroll through these on this cool, Nokia phone. I can N97 mini phone. I can just do it with my finger and scroll through these, but I'm going to decide I'm going to take the Paris connection. So I'm going to fly from Warsaw, or this is what I want to take a look at. I'm going to fly from Warsaw to Paris to Washington, D.C. Now, all I have to do, if I hit that bar, hit it again because I didn't get it right the first time. If I hit that bar, we have our flight details. This is very cool. Now, it's an Air France flight. I'm flying from Warsaw. I've got the time and everything in there, but if I scroll up through that, I will see the connecting flight in Paris. Let's go. And I can actually schedule my trip around all of this information. Now you say, well, that's great, but there's no way I'm going to remember that. Of course, I certainly wouldn't remember that either. So all we do is we go back. We've got this flight, and we can go to options. Now, what I can do is save the search results. Those results are saved. So when I get back into Flight Assistant, I'm actually going to have that information there handy. But I can show you something else we can do. If we go to options, we can actually check the status of this. So it's going to check right now the Warsaw-Paris connection to see that nothing's gone wrong, make sure I actually want to take this flight. Nowadays things happen all the time. We have these strikes, we have bad weather. This is a handy thing to have. Now, I checked it, scheduled on time. So there are no problems with that. Let's do something else. If we go into options, we can do something very cool, which is add this to flight alerts. Let's say yes. And what this means is that this information, if anything changes, if there is a delay, say there's even a cancellation, I'm automatically going to be notified for that. Now I'll show you where. If we go back, we'll go all the way back to, this is that first Flight Assistant page when you get into the plugin. You see I've got the flights I've saved, the green, scheduled on time, everything is A-OK. I'm not in trouble yet. If something did change, then I would get a message there that would say it's either canceled or it's delayed, and then it might be time to run a new search. I've got to say, this is a very, very cool plugin. It's one of those things that, it's kind of good to be, these days, to be armed with all the information you can have, but the fact is this is practical, it's quick, and if I did run into trouble, say on a business trip, this is going to be a good thing to have, but I can search through all the different flights, find out where I want to go, how I want to get there, and really, take a lot of the stress out of my travel. For more information about World Traveler, the plugins on World Traveler, or what the application can do for you, or what World Traveler mobile platform can do for you, please take a look at the World Traveler website, www.worldtraveler.biz. You can also find out more about what Psiloc does and the different applications and plugins that Psiloc has on the market at www.psiloc.com. Also, feel free to call us directly. 48 is the country code for Poland, 22574-3300. The support number is 4822-574-3333. Those in the press, please feel free to contact Ms. Edyta Kozinska at 48-668-823-333.